Chagulia, self-determination. Rise up, African nation. Chagulia, accomplish what you will. A new world we must build. Chagulia, self-determination. Rise up, African nation. Chagulia, accomplish what you will. A new world we must build. We must define, name, and create, and we must speak for ourselves. That holy power belongs with no one else. The life of truth and justice for our community requires Chagulia from you and me. Chagulia, self-determination. Rise up, African nation. Chagulia, accomplish what you will. A new world we must build. We must define, name, and create, and we must free our minds and work together diligently to overthrow all strife. The life of peace and harmony and true prosperity requires Chagulia from you and me. Chagulia, self-determination. Rise up, African nation. Chagulia, accomplish what you will. A new world we must build. We must define, name, and create. We must free our minds and work together diligently to overthrow all strife. The life of peace and harmony and true prosperity requires Chagulia from you and me. Chagulia, self-determination. Rise up, African nation. Chagulia, accomplish what you will. A new world we must build. A new world we must build. A new world we must build. Chagulia, 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 Chagulia. Oh yeah, that was cool.
Just a bucket Wendy's. Any size, any time. 3 p.m. Dollar Phantom. 10 p.m. Sprite. 7:46 a.m. Coke. You're so free. Dollar softers, any
Greetings, one and all.
If you love to travel,
let me push to gallery view. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Wose Community Church. I'm hearing a background, which will take me to letting us know to please keep ourselves on mute unless it is your turn to speak. And also, let's make sure that we are having our names or our faces out there for us to see you in community. So welcome to Wose Community Church. Happy Sunday to you all. We are Wose, and we are a community of the way. The way is Maat, truth, justice, and righteousness. We believe the teachings of our elders and our ancestors that the Creator God created the universe and all life and has placed in each of us a part of the divine spirit. God living in us and through us has given us the right and the power to establish peace and justice in all human life. in true harmony with all of creation. We believe in the living faith of our ancestors. Our way is not merely ritual or belief. Our way is a way of life. Our way is not a random path. Our way begins with coherent understanding. It is a way that aims at preserving knowledge of who we are. It is with this conviction that we study the rich heritage of our African people. The way is reciprocity, the way is wholeness, the way is unity and self determination. It is creativity, collective work and responsibility. Our way is faith, purpose, and cooperative economics. The way knows no oppression. Our way creates, our way worships and praises the God of our ancestors. The way is life, and the way destroys only destruction. Ashe. We thank you ever so much for coming to us today, with us today, among us today. And we thank you for being here on this day of the sun to celebrate the day with us, to be with us in service and in community. And I was looking through the Hosea and I wanted to read, I lost my page, but I know where I was. In the book of Coming Forth by Day, it was number 10, where it says, "Behold, I have come to you, empty of evil and devoid of deceit, a blameless one without a witness against him or her. Therefore, let no case be brought against me. I live on Maat. I satisfy myself with the righteousness of my heart, for I have done that which men and women request, and that which pleases God. I have found favor with God by doing that which he loves. I have given bread to the hungry, water to the thirsty, clothes to the naked, and a boat to those without one. I have made due offerings to God and funeral offerings to the departed. Deliver me then and protect me. Make no report against me in the presence of the great God. For I am one whose mouth is pure and whose hands are clean. Therefore, let it be said to me, welcome, come in peace, by those who shall see me. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And now our welcome is there. I'm hoping you guys all feel welcomed and enjoying your places. You guys, I am hosting you today from my room. So we are definitely in Zoom land, but it's great that we are together. So now that we've had a wonderful opening video played by Baba Jeff and given to us by Minister Makalisi, we are going to move on to bringing in our ancestors from pouring libation by Minister Bill. And after Minister Bill comes, we will have prayer by Mama Akanke. Minister Bill?
Grand rising, we'll say. Here we are to celebrate our ancestors, the people who made a way for us, who made it possible for us to be here today. I'd especially like to thank those among us who have been farmers, who have grown the crops, herded the animals, prepared the food, cooked the food, made a way for us to make it through this day, to celebrate this day and make it to the next day. I want especially to call out the group at Tuskegee, Thomas Campbell specifically, who went about on the Tuskegee Jessup wagon to teach the entire state how to grow crops, how to grow them well, how to make a profit, and how to raise people strong and continue to nurture the soil itself. To Thomas Campbell. I especially want to thank my own grandfather and grandmother, Clifford and Willie B. Johnson, who grew in our own tiny backyard in very urban Dallas, Texas, a peach tree, a second peach tree, a plum tree, an apple tree, a pear tree, collard greens, hot peppers, sweet potatoes, green beans, and figs, all in a tiny yard for Clifford and Willie B. Johnson. Amen, ashe. Are there others who have prepared meals for you or made a way for you to keep your body whole, together, and healthy? If so, please bring them forward. Ask them to come join us today.
Like our
Coronation.
libation for Joe Jim James, great
James.
artist and craftsman in Jamaica. I say.
Ashe, come be with us.
Mama
Mama
Nation.
Desiree,
Mama Justiri, come be with us.
Brother Lee Donald,
Brother Lee Donald, come be with us.
Brother Dave Stewart,
Brother Dave Stewart. Ashe.
Eddie
Grandma
and Edith
Julia.
White.
Grandma Julian and Edith White, come be with us.
My
Graham.
grandmother, a very prolific garden, Vivian Lovelady, and her maiden name was Gardner.
Ashe. Mama, Love Lady Gardner. Be with
Odabel Silence.
Mama Odabel, come be with us.
Great Aunt Annie.
Aunt Annie. Ashe.
Sam, Graham, and Doris Johnson.
Graham and Doris Johnson, come be with us. And for all those gardeners in the north, in the south, in the east, and in the west, please come. Please come be with us and continue to nurture our spirits today. Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe-o.
Ashe.
Ashe, thank you so much, Mama Akanke, thank you so much, Mama Akanke, for the circle prayer, and thank you for Baba Jeff to play our list, and thank you so much, Minister Bill, for doing our libation. And now next we will have our announcements, and right after our announcements, we will have Lolanio and Kobayatsu to come for the affirmation. So announcements.
Our announcements today for Sunday, November 10th. Just a reminder, join us tomorrow for intercessionary prayer for our Wose family, Monday and Fridays from 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. Pacific time. We put the flyer in the chat for you because you need to use that particular meeting ID. You need to use this particular meeting ID or phone number to be a part. Wose new members class will begin Monday, November 25th. For more information, please contact Baba Tayemba at 510-755-7051 or email at tayembapayton@yahoo.com. The Meta Kids Fall Chakra Tune-Up. We have really come a long ways. We're having chakra tune-up. That will be November 26th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the African Marketplace, December 26th in the Obama Room. To register, please email Minister Alicia at Alicia Teasley Truth Reborn at AOL.com, or you may call her. Well, I think probably the best thing to do is to contact Minister Alicia via email. All right, the Wow Women of Wose will meet this Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific time. So Women of Wose will be meeting. 11-day in December Ghana tour. That
is still going on, and for further information, please contact Mama Darnisha, 510-501-7550, or email at info at ubuntu1865.com. The Alchemy of Inner Empowerment Retreat in Costa Rica is happening. When is it happening? Let's see. December 13th through the 21st, and the information is here. We're going to put this in the chat for you as well. Those of you that are in this Sacramento Elk Grove area, at Center Parkway and Consumnes River College, they will have, if you're into this, turkey giveaways Saturday, November 23rd, beginning at 9 a.m. while supplies last. That's at Consumnes River College, parking lot E, 8401 Center Parkway in Sacramento. And that's all we have right now. So if there are further announcements, please share them.
Yes, I like to share an announcement. I just want to say that, Bitcoin is now at another all-time high. It has been reaching all-time highs for the last 3 days. It's over $80,000 a coin now. And when I first gave my first presentation to OSE regarding Bitcoin, it was like at $10,000. So I just wanted to mention that. Heads up.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Going once, going twice. All right, thank you. And now we'll have the affirmation from the Teasley youth. Take it away. Excuse me, the affirmation.
We will know God's truth to be free and self-determined.
Creator, help us to remember the humanity, glory, and suffering of our ancestors and to honor the struggles of our elders.
Let us strive to bring new vision and life to our people. Let there be peace and harmony among us.
Let us be loving, sharing, and creative. Let us work, study, and listen so we may learn, teach, and cultivate self-reliance.
Grant us power, O Holy One, as we struggle to resurrect our hearts and our homeland.
We will raise our children according to the needs of our nation with discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We will strive to be the living models of the new direction of our people.
We are an African people.
We are children of God.
That was beautiful.
That was very well done.
Well
Indeed,
done.
indeed.
Yes, indeed. All right, now we have a birthday lady that has joined us today. I think her birthday was yesterday, but we're going to play one of her videos for our song now.
This song is called Living in the Glow, living in the glow, living in the flow of the Most High. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm living in the glow. I'm living in the flow of the Most High. Jah Jah lights my way, and on a cloudy day, I'm just fine. Ooh, yeah, yeah. There's magic in the air. Love is everywhere. There is no limit. No, no. The creator, she is me. And as far as I can see, I'm just fine. Fine, fine, fine. Not so long ago, I couldn't find my way, and life was so very cold. I had to face reality, but in the stillness of the night, she said to me, you gotta live in the glow, live in the flow of the Most High. Yeah, yeah. Jah will light your way, and on a cloudy day you'll be fine. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause there's a magic in the air. Love is everywhere. There is no limits. No, no. The creator, she is me. And as far as I can see, I'm just fine. Fine, fine, fine. Now as the days go by, her voice was true, she never lied. There's so much more that you can do when you remember what you gotta do. You gotta live in the glow, live in the flow of the Most High. Yeah, yeah. Jah will light your way on a cloudy day. You'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. 'Cause there's some magic in the air. Love is everywhere. There is no limits. No, no. The creator is you. And in all that you do, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, 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 fine. You'll be fine. Remember to live in the glow.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sister Glow.
Hey, I love that song. Ashe. So now we're getting ready to have the historical tribute. Baba Jeff.
Good morning, family. It is my honor to give the historical tribute today. The historical tribute is our continuing effort as a community to pay tribute to some significant, not necessarily famous person, place, or event in our history. Our commitment is to keep alive in our minds and hearts at least 7 generations of our story and be reminded that our ancestors made great and meaningful contributions when they stayed connected to spirit. We must continually remind ourselves that if we did great things once before, we can do great things again, endeavoring as they did to always do as much as we can in any way we can in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we inherited it. Many here at Rose will be familiar with this icon. For those, this presentation is a reminder of who he is and what he stood for. I'm talking about Carter Johnson. Carter was no stranger to work. From work on the farm to the coal mines, the first 20 years of his life was focused on surviving. Born in Canton in New Canton, Buckingham County, and beneficial. Carter was no stranger to work. From work on the farm to the coal mines, the first 20 years of his life was focused on surviving. Born in New Canton, Buckingham County, Virginia, during the American Reconstruction, he was one of 9 children born to former slaves who were currently farmers and sharecroppers, James and Anne Eliza Woodson. Carter said that his father was illiterate and intelligent, and he bestowed guiding principles about life on him. An excellent student, Woodson usually attended school only on days of rain and snow when he was not needed to work the farm. Woodson left New Canton to join his 2 older brothers working in the coal mines of Huntington, West Virginia, at the age of 17. At the age of 20, in 1895, he attended Douglas High School, a school established in 1891 as one of the few public high schools available to African American youth. But by the age of 25, Woodson became the principal of Douglas High School. By 1901, he'd already earned a West Virginia teaching certificate where he scored well above average in, get this, drawing, music, science, educational methods, and history. And he also had excellent scores in Latin, arithmetic, and algebra. Wilson enrolled at Berea College while also serving as principal of Douglas High, and also teaching in Winona, Fayette County, West Virginia, at a school established by African American coal miners to educate their children. At 28, he was at Berea College. At 33, he was at University of Chicago. At 37, he had his PhD from Harvard. It's never too late. Note that he was the second African American to earn a PhD from Harvard. The first was awarded to W.E.B. Du Bois. Carter helped establish a school system in the Philippines for the U.S. government. He was a public school teacher both in West Virginia and D.C. He was the dean of the School of Liberal Arts at Howard University, and he was also the dean of West Virginia Collegiate Institute. And that final position marked the end of his career in formal education. Timeline, because I thought it was important to just try to put my mind around all of the things that he did in such a short period of time. He didn't actually start attending school full time until he was 20. By 25, he was the principal. 3 years later, he'd gotten his first bachelor's and had gone to the Philippines, learned Spanish, and established a school system. Just a 5 years later, he had his master's and bachelor's from University of Chicago, and 4 years after that, he had gone and studied in the Sorbonne in France, become bilingual in French, and also gotten his PhD from Harvard. He was able to start to focus on his real heart's desire at 40 when he founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. But in education, he became the Dean of Liberal Arts and the head of graduate faculty at Howard University 4 years later. Although he was only there a year, he finished as the Dean of West Virginia Collegiate Institute for 2 years, and that again ended his career in formal education. 6 years later, he established the first Negro History Week, and from then on,
I apologize. It worked pretty good before I submitted it.
he committed his life to study of the Negro life and history. Carter wrote more than 20 books during his lifetime, but he didn't start writing until the age of 40. Some of his most famous books are here listed. I think most people will know The Miseducation of the Negro and African Heroes and Heroines, and also a focus on the church, the history of the Negro Church. Carter is known as the father of Black history because he was convinced that the role of his own people in American history and in the history of other cultures was being ignored or misrepresented among scholars. Carter realized the need for research into the neglected past of African Americans, and that was one of the main reasons. He was part of the co-founder for the study of Negro life and history. In January 1916, he began publication of a scholarly journal on Negro history. It has never missed an issue despite the Great Depression, loss of support, foundations, 2 world wars. In 2002, it was renamed the Journal of African American History and continues to be published by the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. I took this banner from the website. You can see the mission of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History is to promote, research, preserve, interpret, and disseminate information about Black life, history, and culture to the global community. Initiated the first Negro History Week in February of 1926. He selected the week in February that included the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. In 1976, the association expanded this commemoration of Black history from a week-long observance to Black History Month, which is also known as African American History. Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. In 1976, the association expanded this commemoration of Black history from a week-long observance to Black History Month, which has also been known as African American History Month. In 1986, Congress passed a law which designated February 1986 as National Black History Month. The Black United Students and Black educators at Kent State University expanded the idea to include an entire month beginning on February 1st, 1970. Beginning in 1976, every U.S. president has designated February as Black History Month. The time that schools have set aside each year to focus on African American history is Woodson's most visible legacy. He was determined to further the recognition of the Negro in American and world history. He founded in 1920 the Associated Publishers in Washington, D.C. This enabled publication of books concerning Blacks until it closed its doors after 85 years in 2005. He created the Negro History Bulletin, developed for teachers in elementary and high school grades, which was published continuously from 1937 to 2020. These are a list of states with places named in honor of Carter G. Woodson.
Wow.
That was amazing.
That's
Thank
somebody
you.
we all should know. So
Mhm.
everybody should know about Carter G. Woodson.
Yeah.
I apologize for the quality of my recording. I should perhaps try different mediums. In any event, plenty of people, when I was talking about him, said, "Oh, isn't he the person who?" And they would just like say something about Black people, but nothing like about who he really was and how brilliant he was and what his commitment was. So even though I know we know him maybe here, I just really felt like I needed to take the time and just walk through his life. So apologies. I will try better.
No,
Um,
that was great.
My apologies. Were you able to hear the last portion of the sound? Evidently, there's something strange going on, probably between Baba Jeff and our, we'll say, Zoom site. So I was playing it, but I'm not sure the last 30 seconds played. Was any of it silent?
Yes.
Okay. So I did check the sound box, but it did not allow me to check for video sharing. So I'm not sure. There may be something going on with Zoom because I definitely checked the sound box and still there was some portion which was silent. And that's yet not understood. But I heard the entire video before. It seemed just perfect to me. Thanks, Sister Saraswati. I think it was exactly right. We'll have to run it another time.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, indeed.
It
That sounds like
was. I think we got a lot from that. I
Mhm.
particularly liked the chart that she used that showed his progression, which was tremendous.
Yes, that was one of my favorite parts too, because then I could kind of see how, you know, everything in one thing, like, oh, okay, and that went there and this went there. So that was really awesome. Thank you, Mama Saraswati. So it
Yeah,
wasn't you,
good
it's
move.
technology does that sometimes. So
Great timeline chart.
definitely. So thank you, Baba Jeff and Minister Bill for playing that, and thank you, Mama Saraswati, for the historical tribute. And now we're going to have the Litany of Sacrifice by Sister Michelle and Baba Damani.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Job Chanel, peace, prosperity, and health to everyone. It's a moment of service. We practice the litany of sacrifice. I like to call it Ujima. We get to do some collective work and responsibility to keep our spiritual institutions solvent. Okay, I'm waiting for the screen. Oh, here we go. Okay, save us, O Holy One, by your name. Vindicate us by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the words of my mouth. How can we repay the Holy One for the gifts that have been given to us? We will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the God of our ancestors. We will fill our vows to our Creator in the presence of all our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We praise your name, O Amun Ra, for it is good. Emoja, unity. We shall strive to maintain unity in family, community, nation, and race.
Kujichagulia, self-determination. We shall define, name, create, and speak for ourselves.
Ujima, collective work and responsibility. We should build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together.
Come cooperative economics. Together we shall build and maintain our own businesses and together profit from them.
Nia, purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness.
Goomba, creativity. We shall do as much as we can in any way we can to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we inherited it.
Imani, faith. We will believe with all our hearts in our God, our people.
And in the righteousness and victory of our struggle.
Ashe.
Ashe. If we could bow our heads for a moment of prayer around the offerings that were provided today, the sacrifices provided today. O Amun Ra, Mother, Father, God, she of the Most High, the maker of all that is and shall be, the giver of all our needs, the knower of what is beyond truth. Please bless the monetary offerings given here today. Bless those who gave and bless those who will give, for we believe that all give in ways that they can. Bless their hearts, their minds, hands of worship, and in their work to make sacrifice possible. Creator, give us insight and make the use of these monies match our WOSE vision of 2 restored churches and 1 expanded school led by Africans, our Africans in the diaspora, led by our people, Africans restored by faith and on the path of divinity. Amun Ra, bless us all. Ashe. Amen.
Ashe.
If you noted, the addresses were up for a moment if you wanted to mail in your offerings or sacrifices. So please do so, or you can go online and donate there too. Thank you.
Ashe, give thanks. Thank you, Sister Michelle and Baba Damani, for reading and doing our litany of sacrifice. And next we will have a song leading into Minister Makalisi's message.
There's every fruit for your soul's delight. My gift to you, these things and more I give to you. The healing power to for you, glory and grace, 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 and love divine from on high, power, light, and take care of my love. My love is all that I have to give. All that I have to give, I give to you. All things and more I give to you. The healing power to all for you. Glory and grace, glory and grace, glory and grace, glory and grace, glory and grace. These things and more I give to you, glory and grace.
Ashe, ashe.
Shit.
Glory and grace. And that's a very good intro to listening to the message that's going to come today, given by our minister Makalisi. Let the message ignite in you the glory of the divine and increase the activity of the spirit of Maat in your heart and mind. We welcome you, Minister Makalisi.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Just good to be welcomed to this welcoming place with these welcoming spirits, spirits of truth, beauty, and goodness. What a beautiful day. Give thanks and praises to the Most High. Thanks and praises for the surprise that had me singing. 2 songs that were presented, and let's give thanks and praises to the Most High for placing those songs and spirit in my heart to be able to share and seeking to move on up with the spirit of Maat, to restore our sacred African way. So today I've been inspired and led to this presentation. I got to put on my glasses. I had cataract surgery, and so I don't have to wear glasses anymore, just for routine things. But when I get to reading in small print, I have to put on glasses. But anyway, on we go. I've been inspired to bring together this presentation entitled Nia, Making Our Collective Vocation the Restoration of Our People to Our Traditional Greatness. And I'm getting some inspiration from a couple of passages in the Hosea. First one from the book of Ketty on page 50, passage number 2, where it says, "Follow in the footsteps of your ancestors, for the mind is trained through knowledge. Behold, their words endure in books. Open and read them and follow their wise counsel. For one who is taught becomes skilled." And also from page 42, Ptahotep, passage that says, "Be diligent as long as you live, always doing more than is commanded of you. Do not misuse your time while following your heart, for it is offensive to the soul to waste one's time. Do not lose the daily opportunity to increase that which you have. Diligence produces gain, and gains do not endure when diligence is abandoned." And also, from a little book of mine that I was blessed to put together a few years back about Kwanzaa and the Nguzo Saba, something sacred for and from the souls of Black folk. This little passage that says, "The Nia principle provides the all-encompassing context for this intellectual and visionary diligence, our restoration as a people to our traditional greatness. And the fullest study of our history shows that our ancestors were the premier and preeminent creators and innovators in every area of human achievement, to the benefit, to the well-being and enlightenment of our families, of our communities and nations, and the whole human family. That's our traditional greatness. The Nguzo Saba Kwanzaa tradition seeks to inspire and empower us to know and be that greatness once again and forevermore. Then let me say, there's one more source of inspiration. There's a Kwanzaa CD out that I was blessed to put together a few years back. And it includes a song of Nia. And I want to bring that song to you. I have that CD in my car, and it's played anytime I get in the car to go anywhere. That CD is played, and I'm listening to those songs. And recently, that song of Nia just caught my attention, caught my heart, and I just play it and I play it and I play it. Nia. And so I was inspired to make that part of this presentation on this Sunday. So it goes like this. Some of you, maybe most of you, know how it goes. Nia purpose, Nia purpose for life, Nia purpose, meaning, direction, purpose for life. We make our collective vocation the building and development of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional sacred reality. For we as a people were first upon the earth, creators, innovators of peace, faith, hope, and love. As it was in the first time, it shall be eternally by the power of Nia in you and me. Nia purpose, Nia purpose for life. Nia purpose, meaning, direction, purpose for life. Now, the Mother Nature symbol for Nia is the nefer, a heart and windpipe. And it calls on us to be as serious about these matters as we are about life itself. We have to do all we can in every way we can to get our sisters, our brothers and sisters, our people near and far back to understanding the greatness of the achievements of the efforts of the forces of the spirits of our ancestors, what they did for themselves, what the record they left for us to follow, and even those who are intelligent enough and appreciative enough, the Caucasian people, they're welcome to these principles also. Nia is calling upon all of us. But one of the things I want to say that Nia, that the Kwanzaa principles in Nguzo Saba have been noted to be the most pertinent reflection of African spiritual traditions across the motherland, across the entire continent. That what's embodied within the Kwanzaa tradition, what's embodied within those principles, are reflective of the principles, the practices, the spiritual traditions of our people all over the continent, over the ages, until we got this just massive overriding of our people by European forces that came in with their Bibles and their guns and whatever else they brought in, and it had a very negative impact, in my opinion, on our people on the continent. But prior to that, the traditions that our people had, the spiritual traditions that they practiced, although you know they had different language and they didn't use the terminology that's in the Kiswahili, but they were essentially the same practices about unity, about collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, and so forth. And so, if we're about embracing these principles and having them to be effective in our lives, that Nefer symbol that represents Nia is said to be it's a symbol that calls us to be as serious about these principles, as serious about these efforts as we are about life itself, as we are about life itself. If we are serious about the things that we ingest, the foods that we eat, the drinks that we take down, if we don't want to take down too much, if any at all, of the wrong stuff on our hearts, the wrong stuff on the breathing of life that goes with the energy, the essence that flows from our hearts. If we put that on and go that with that on the spiritual level, we go past, as important as they are, the physical heart, the physical windpipe. So we go past that to the spiritual reality that they are representing. We've got to be serious about what we allow to get into us and affect our hearts and minds and affect our spirits and lead us astray, lead us to honoring those who dishonor us, leading us to embrace their traditions while they bury ours as much as they possibly can with their woke madness. We need to be as serious about embracing our traditions as we possibly can. Nia is calling us all to become, I'm glad to say, become Nguzo Saba ministers, we'll say community members who regard these principles as being of special worth and requiring great dedication in order to restore our people to our traditional greatness. Do as much as we can every day we can, every way we can, to share this information, to be living models of those who embrace unity, of those who embrace Kuji Chagalia, self-determination, of those who embrace these principles, these traditions, A, B, C, all 7 of them, and do all we can in every way we can to live them, and share them, with those who will listen. We do all we can in every way we can. As Ketty says, follow the footsteps of your ancestors, for the mind is trained through knowledge. Behold, their words endure in books. Open and read them and follow them. The one who is taught becomes skilled. Now, as we were listening to that historical tribute on Carter G. Woodson, one of the things that I remember reading somewhere along the way, back in the early 1900s, he was endeavoring to get a home study course about what our ancestors had achieved and processed in the motherland, and he encouraged us to make those studies part of our lives, get that information into our homes, into our hearts, and teach our children. And I've asked the organization, I can't remember the name right at the moment, I called and asked about, why didn't that ever happen? Say, well, Dr. Wilson had the information, had it right, but he just couldn't get together the resources, the people who would work with him enough to make that program available throughout the country, for our people. And so it just never happened. And so over the years, there's many celebrations of Black history that has gone on in that association. There's been very few that even mention the word Africa. They even have studies that say anything about Africa. There's been very few of them. And so as awesome as Dr. Woodson's work was, as awesome as Black history, African American history week does have on us as a people, it just hasn't been enough focus on, what did our ancestors do? What did they create? What did they offer to themselves, to their children, for generations yet to come, and to any and all humanity that was willing to listen and understand that if you were European, from wherever you were in Europe, you had the Romans that came into our motherland and ripped our folks off in every possible way they could. And even the spirituality, they took it and embraced certain things, but they give them different names and reshaped it to suit their values, their traditions, their evilness. Our ancestors were very powerful, were very deep in their reflection, praying, studying, working to know what are the best ways we can grow as a people, as humans, and get past, because our ancestors had to get past early in the earliest days of their existence. They had to get past battling with each other over food, over various resources that they need, and get to the point of realizing, wait a minute, that's not the way to go. Let's have some unity. Let's have some collective work and responsibility. Let's work together, live together, develop together. So our ancestors came to that understanding, came to that growth. So we've got to be dedicated in sharing the footprints of our ancestors, which resonate in the Nguzo Saba and those principles. And as I said already, it's been known, shown, and shared that the Nguzo Saba is among the most pertinent information, the most pertinent reflections of the spiritual traditions that were known throughout our African motherland. Umoja, that each and all of us are sons and daughters of the Most High, that we must not allow anything to diminish our consciousness and reverence for that reality. Umoja, strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race, because we are sons and daughters of the Most High. The essence of the Most High is within us. And we grow to understand that reality and share it with each other and to base our lives on that foundation. We're going to be a better people. Kujichagulia, that we individually and collectively must define, name, create, and speak for ourselves. We have to work that together and grow in understanding, grow, what I want to do with my life. That's all right. You've got that desire and you've developed the talents and skills to do it, but let it be in your heart, in your mind, in your life, that what I know and the benefits that this brings to me, I have to find a way to share it with my people, share it with my family, share it with my neighbors, share it with my people anywhere and everywhere, to the degree that I can, and to the degree that they need. Ujima, Ujima, Kurumba, Nimani, allowing God, allowing Amin Ra, within to inspire and empower us to contribute to solving the problems that oppress and distress our people with whatever skills that we develop, whatever fortune we might gain, with whatever skills that we know about the problems of home ownership or homelessness, whatever it is that we know that our people have needs for, and we have any measure of skill, any measure of resources to help them out, let's move and do that. That's our calling. That's what these principles call us to do. It's kuumba, this imani, to know that the spirit of the Most High within us has been with us since the day of our birth, and probably even before that. And we've developed some skills, some insights, some knowledge. Bring that to bear on the needs of our people. That kuumba, do all we can, every way we can to create what's needed for ourselves, for our people. And do that by our knowledge of and our ongoing effort to dedicate and cultivate that spirit of the essence of the Most High within us. Got to take time to work on that. Be as serious about that as we are about breathing the breath of life. Be as serious about that as we are about keeping our hearts beating in rhythm with righteousness. Be willing, be ready to do all we can in every way we can for truth, beauty, and goodness, for the sacred African way, for Nia, for purpose, for meaning, direction, purpose in life, that collective vocation. That means that we all have to be involved. All, if we have understanding, any measure of understanding of that reality, we have to all be involved, to share it with each other. So we have relationships with one another that are minimum in friction, if not completely absent, but minimum of friction and abundant with love and unity, abundant with caring and helping one another when we have problems and challenges, and abundant. Then we can go out and deal with our people. And we look, if you're looking at the news every day, or if you're walking in certain communities, every day there's people out there that need to know about unity and collective work and responsibility. There's folks out there that need to know, have more inspiration. And then there's children who need more. We need more Ile Omode opportunities for our children. Whether they call it Ile Omode, give it some other name, but we need our children to get that awareness, to get that education. It would help them to grow in knowing that there's that spirit of the Most High living within you. At 5 years of age, at 6 years of age, even before that, living in you. And we, with the help their parents to know that they have to do all they can to be living models that will help their children to know what their best potential is to be. These are awesomely important, awesomely powerful values, principles, if we embrace them, if we do all we can to be living models of what they call us to know, call us to do. That we make our collective vocation the building and development of our communities. That we be a community. That's what a community is. People who have shared values and principles. Community. Not just that geological location, but it's the spiritual determination. And for the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness, we got to have that. We got to have that. Our people need to know what our ancestors have done and know what they have potential to do, and it won't happen if they're out running the streets, poisoning themselves with drugs, selling drugs to folks who have no better sense. We have to do all we can in every way we can to share what we know, what we embrace, that we can have both say community churches of the Sacred African Way all over the place. We need them. More in Oakland, more in Sacramento. If folks live too far away, let's have a Wose community of the Sacred African Way in Chicago and in New York. And there are probably already some institutions, some community organizations that are embracing these principles. I know there are some, but we need more. We need more, and we need to inspire each other and get inspiration from one another. And we do even more, ever more. So we need to be about that. We're called upon to be in Nguzo Saba ministers. You know, it may not be the formal minister and you have a certificate that says you're a minister, but you have the certificate in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, that I'm going to share these principles, I'm going to live these principles, and whoever will listen, whoever needs some sharing of assistance, I'm going to be there and do as much as I can in the best way that I can to make our lives more beautiful and beneficial. So near purpose, we make our collective vocation, our true liberation. The Spirit who called us to walk this sacred way, that same Holy Spirit made Marcus Garvey say, "Rise up, you mighty people." That same Spirit made Chancellor Williams rise up and say, "Teach the children." That same Spirit made Mary McLeod Bethune said, "I am the daughter of Africa. I'm the daughter of that motherland." And that spirit within me just won't let me rest until every Black child, boy, and girl have the opportunity to know themselves and what their capabilities are. We have any number of ancestors. We go down the line and mention their names. And I remember Brother Dr. Robert Thornton. We were trying to get a home for the Wose community in Oakland. He just came up with money. There was also a couple of others of us there and there, but Dr. Thornton came up with money, didn't worry about not getting it back because there was an agreement to pay it back, but okay. And finally we got it paid back. He didn't raise up any fuss about how long it was taking. He was dedicated to us having a home for our community, for our spiritual community, a home that also came to be the home for our Ile Omade school, teach those children. And so we need to understand we can be one of the outstanding models for these principles, doing the work. What we need to make it more outstanding is that more of us be outstanding in reaching out to our brothers and sisters, family and friends, strangers even, who need inspiration and assistance to rise up and live in the spirit of Maat, live in the power of September, live in the power of truth, justice, and righteousness, live in the power of the virtues of our sacred African way, and the declarations of innocence, and in being one with the Most High within. So we make our collective vocation the building and development of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness. Let's all go forward and endeavor to grow in doing what the Most High is calling upon us to do. One God, one aim, one destiny, near purpose, one true community. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
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 Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Ashe, Ashe. Thank you.
Yes, give thanks. Give thanks, Minister Makalisi. Thank you ever so much for the being the mouthpiece this morning, and the Most High has given us some sacred words for our spirits to be able to be as serious about this as the breath that's within our bodies, as serious about this as our heartbeat. When you were talking, I was thinking about Baba Tashaka and how he lived his life with the Nguzo Saba and how that has impacted so many people, and how he was able to create and how he was able to show up in the community doing just that. So we can see there are people walking amongst us that are doing these things, and we are able to see the fruits of their works. And if we are to live that way, that sacred way, as you are saying, then the fruits of our works will be such as well. And our children and those who come after us will pour their libations when it's our transition time, the time that we will be with the ancestors. Then we will have libation poured for us, which is what our ancestors has taught us. So now is the time for the invitation. So we invite any of you out there. I'm looking through, most of us are members already, but if you are not a member of the Wose Community Church of the Sacred African Way, and you desire to become one in community with us, if there was something that was said here today or done here today that has left an impression upon your heart and spirit, go ahead and raise your hand or shout out and say, I want to be a part. If anything that we have said or done today, or in any previous time that you have watched us or experienced any of our programs, has encapsulated your heart, and maybe you had to have some time to think about it, and that time has come, this is your moment. This is your moment to raise your hand. This is the moment to click on your screen and wave wildly and say, yes, I want to be a part of the movement of the Sacred African Way. I am looking through my whole screen, and although I don't see anyone with their hands up at the moment, if you are in future YouTube land and you happen to see this and would like to be a part, please go to our website and you can begin your joining process there to become a part of the Wose Community Church. And now we will have Lift Every Voice and Sing. Baba Jeff.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies resound the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. March on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, turn the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn has died, yet with a steady now we stand at last, where that white gleam of a bright star is cast. God of our wearies, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk of the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our God, true to our native land, true to our native land.
Ashe.
Ashe. Now unto the one who is able to lift us up faultlessly before the throne on high. Let them empower us to be one people
One people,
with one aim,
One
aim,
aim,
one destiny,
one
one
destiny,
destiny,
one love,
one
One
love,
one
love,
love,
one heart,
one
one
heart,
one
heart,
heart,
one God.
one
one
God.
God.
one God.
And let us call upon the name of that one God as our ancestors and our elders have done for countless times and for time immemorial. Let us all say,
Amen.
you are the most
Most
beautiful
beautiful
people
people
on the
on
On the
the
face
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 of
of
this earth,
this
This
earth.
earth.
Ashe.
Ashe.
no other